Oh, this is when the song gets good. Okay. No copyright strikes, no issues. I'm gonna stop. You can play the song later, Soleil. Hi, everybody. I hope you guys are doing good. I am here as I am most Sundays, sometimes Mondays for the weekly energy reading. If you don't know who I am, my name is Mambo Soleil. I am a student and product of the BSN Black Spectrum Network program. I am a priestess of Vodou. I am the founder and facilitator of the Charm School Mentorship Program and the Coven Mother of Vision of Dawn Tour. Hello, everyone. As you come into the room, please introduce yourself, say hi, leave a comment. For those of you who are returning, you know the scales are a symbol that are really important to me. So if you could also hit those scale emojis as you come into the room, just to give me a little energy to power through the reading. Let me know that you're with me. My Palo is very low, and I'm trying my best to light it without fucking my nails up, because even though your girl loves to have her nails done, she is a priestess, and she burns her nails quite often. So hopefully the insights we get today are very helpful for you. Today is a very busy energy. We have the full moon tonight, and things are already a little weird. We already have a new Democratic candidate with Miss Kamala Harris and with Joe Biden dropping out. So this is going to be a really interesting week ahead of us. So I'm about to get started in just a second. Hey, Drina, good to see you. Nice to hear from you. Room is actually pretty empty right now. Hello, Tashana. So I'm going to put the link to the reading in a couple of my groups. If there's anyone who's watching that is a part of any Facebook groups or a part of any of the groups that I run, please go ahead and share the link as you can, so that way people are aware of the fact that I am live. Let me see. Thank you, Tashana. I appreciate you so much. See, this whole not being able to play music on YouTube thing is really inconvenient in these moments where I got to be quiet for a second. But let's go ahead and just jump right on into it. You guys know that I typically do. Hold on, let me take. It's tobacco. Okay. Let's go ahead and jump on into it. You guys know that I do a general, a health and wellness, a finances, and a love reading every week. So let's go ahead and get started with the general. Hi, Peace Mama. Thank you for joining us tonight. Ancestors, what wisdom do we need about the week ahead of us as a collective? What do we need to know about the next 7 days ahead of us? Who do we need to be and what do we need to see about the week of July 22nd through 28th that will carry us through? What is the nature of the challenges, lessons, blessings, and wisdom we will receive over the next 7 days? Any wisdom shared is deeply appreciated. People see your hard work. So this is a really important week for you to be at a space of emotional balance, to really have a sense of trust that people are able to see you for who you are. And because people see you for who you are, they see your progress, they see your integrity over time, that there's going to be a lot of trust. You will be paid heavily for your hard work and your good integrity this week. Now, just because people notice your hard work, it doesn't mean that you don't have haters. It doesn't mean that you don't have people around you that are trying to break you down to size. You've been so focused on your hard work that it's really hard for you to see or be aware of those people. And honestly, if those people spent more time doing their own personal work, their hard work and development, they would have just as much, if not more, than what you do. But they're so focused on being fixated on your hard work, trying to talk down on your hard work, trying to bring you down to size, that they can't even get their own shit done. Continue to tunnel vision. Continue to work on you, because we know that 8 of Pentacles is a card of high reward. 8 of Pentacles gets you to that 9 of Pentacles where you are independently living. You're able to fund your own dreams, right? So you can't get so distracted by other people's lack of confidence, lack of sense of self, hyperfixation on you, that you lose sight over what it is you're doing. Because people do see you, right? And this is a great card for any of us who've been trying to apply for funding, who've been trying to get new clients, right? 6 of Pentacles shows that the world, or the universe rather, is going to pour charity into you based off of where you are, right? We think of 6 of Pentacles as charity. When we think of 6 of Pentacles as charity, we automatically go to deficit. But this is not about you needing to necessarily be in deficit. Is that there are other people around you who work just as hard. Remember, this is the merchant in the 6 of Pentacles, right? They see how hard you work and they want to give you a one-up. So this is great news for those of us who are applying for funding, for support of any kind. But this is where you sit in your trust. This is where you understand that your hard work pays off. This is where you really believe from a space of emotional confidence and trust that things are going to work out for you. So this is not a week to be overly emotional. This is not a week for self-critique. This is a week for truly believing in what you've poured into a situation. And more confirmation around the blessings coming from other people. Ace of Cups, that open heart chakra, that ability to receive blessings. People who really love you and love what you're working on and they want to pour into you. So this is the week. I don't know what a lot of you guys have gone through last week or the last couple of weeks, but this is a reading that's making it very, very clear that you need to have an open heart, that you really need to trust and believe that your hard work is going to pay off, and that those new ideas are going to come in as a result of your hard work. I think a lot of the reason why this King of Cups is coming up is that some of us are in a space of waiting, and that's hard. That's really, really hard, right? And that's why the King of Cups tends to be over rocky water a lot of times. Even when things are up in the air, even when things are a little bit confusing, you have to trust that your managing of your emotions, your managing of your negative thoughts is going to bring you to a place where you can exercise the leadership and the control over your life that you want to have. That exercise and leadership over your emotions and control is going to open you up to new ideas. Some of you guys have been dealing with, I don't want to say writer's block, but there's definitely been a block of ideas, and that's going to dissipate this week. So I really love this message for us. I really love what's coming up for us. I'm really excited to see how that opens up things for us this week. Hit the scales if that resonated with you. If you feel like that is a message that speaks to you, let me know. Let's go ahead and jump into love, because I feel like I skipped love last week. So we'll make that a priority this week. Ancestors, angels, ancestors, walk with me. Holiday ancestors, what wisdom do you have for the collective for this week about matters of the heart? What will be the lessons, blessings, experiences we have as it relates to love, relationship, familial love, friendship love, all types of love in our life? When it comes to our heart and our capacity to hold affection for other people, what does the week of July 22nd through 28th look like for the collective? Any wisdom shared is deeply appreciated. We had a card jump out, strength card. We'll see how that relates to the rest of the cards in the message. Peace, Mama, I can't see the avatar very clearly. Are you Sarah? Can you let me know? And if you're not Sarah, can you tell me who you are? Because I think you may be my cousin sister, but I'm not sure. I've been praying for my creative blocks to be clear all week. I think this is the week where you're going to see some relief, Tori. I wish that for you. It definitely came up in the reading. So you may be the person one of the people at least that I was speaking to. So I hope that happens for you. I low-key hope that message was for me too, because I have some ideas for new amulets that I've been holding on to for a while, but I've not received a lot of relief from. Some of you guys, this is a week where you are going to see some areas of your life where your understanding of ideas of love need to change. Ace of Swords is a card of new ideas. So when it comes to romance, specifically about how you hold space in romance, and about how the ways in which you take care of yourself and your personal confidence impact your feelings of romance. Some of you guys have not been having the experiences of love you want to, because you are expecting your partner to fix you. You are expecting your partner to be responsible for your confidence. That's the only way I know to say it. But the King of Wands is responsible for their confidence. Remember, this is the king of charisma. This is the leader of charisma. So they understand that they make progress in the world based off of their level of confidence. Their deep sense of, oh, hi, Jeannie. Their deep sense of self-belief and self-trust is what gets them things, right? And remember, this is the card of the athlete, the actor, the politician. So they know that their charm is what wins people over and what allows them to have the positive experiences of their life that they want to have. So this is a week where you come to understand that if you are struggling with love and relationship, it's because you haven't been treating yourself the best, right? Nine of Pentacles is independent wealth, luxury, and abundance. This is a card that when it comes up in a love reading, it tells us that in order to get the things we want from our love, our romance, our romantic relationships, we have to be that ourselves. So this is a week where you really confront, am I moving like a confident, positive King of Wands person? And is that pouring into me in a way that's going to allow me to attract the love and relationships that I want? Some of you guys get into relationships and you lose yourself. And that's why balance is coming up. That's why it's coming up. Some of you all get into relationships and you hyperfixate on your partner. And then when you are drained, you get frustrated with your partner for their inability to meet your needs. But it's your responsibility to meet your needs. Even when we're in a relationship, even when we're married. I know that's hard for some of you guys to hear, but your husband or your wife is not responsible for your joy. You are responsible for your joy. And if you are pushing that onto your partner, or if you are going on multiple dates and not giving calls back, not ghosting people because you've decided after one or two fucking dates over some mozzarella sticks and crab legs that somebody can't meet your needs, you are being called to sit with yourself and call in, pray for balance. Because what's happening is you are expecting the love of another person to meet all of your needs, and it never will. In fact, that can lead to the crashing of a relationship. Some of the fears that you guys have about relationships, you don't understand the responsibility you have in them. And because of that, you keep replicating a nightmare situation in your love and relationship life. The way that you stop that is by getting comfortable with learning how to sit with yourself so that you don't place all of your expectations on a romantic partner. And if you feel like you're struggling with that, talk to your spirits. Talk to your spirits. Some of you guys are not praying enough, period. And then those of you who are praying, for whatever reason, you're afraid to pray for love. And that's why you're not getting it. So it makes sense that the strength card fell out while I was shuffling, strength through authenticity, right? The strength comes from your own inner strength. your own ability to see yourself clearly. So if you are expecting getting in a relationship to solve your problems, you are being deeply inauthentic. So what is it about you that you don't see yourself as strong enough to meet your needs? And that needs to be interrogated. Like I said, this is a message for people who are in relationships as well as those who are single. What is it that you are expecting romance to solve for you? Because if you're expecting romance or your romantic partners to solve your problems, that's your issue. Because you are the person that's supposed to be able to take care of yourself. And the more you love yourself, the more you believe in yourself, the more you dote on yourself, the better you take care of you, the more that is going to attract a partner to you because they see you as a whole person instead of a potential codependent or somebody who's going to make them responsible for their insecurities. Okay? That is the love message for this week. I see a couple of people have trickled into the room while I was doing the love reading. If you are new into the room, go ahead and say hi, introduce yourself, and hit those scale emojis for me so that I know you're with me. I'm gonna stop my camera for just a second, but I am still here. Don't worry, I haven't gone anywhere. So you guys probably hear it, but you don't know this. I sit on a wooden bench when I read for y'all. And on those times where I forget to put my cushion down, it makes my leg fall asleep. So just give me one moment while I grab my cushion so that does not continue to happen. Okay. All right. I'm here. Mumbo's back. All right. So we've talked about love. We've done our general. So now let's get into prosperity and finances for the week. I actually want to switch decks on this one. It just feels right to do so. So we're going to switch over to Game of Thrones. You guys, when I was traveling in June, I lost a couple tarot decks, and I'm really sad about it. I lost my, I forget the name of it, but it's like a fairy tale tarot deck. Lost my fairy tale tarot deck. I lost, I have True Heart here. I lost Miss Cleo. Y'all know I love my Miss Cleo deck. And there's another one that I lost in travel. But I will recoup them. I will regain them this month. But it just made me sad. And I've been looking for them for weeks. And then finally it just dawned on me like, girl, they're not here. But they'll come back. But let's get into money and prosperity for the week of July 28th. Sorry, July 22nd through the 28th. Yes, that's what spirits walk with me. What wisdom do you have for the collective about the flow of money and their relationship with money over the next 7 days? What will be the experiences of wealth, prosperity, and finance we have during the week of July 22nd through the 28th? What are ways that we can keep the flow of money present in our life? What are some blockages that need to be removed? What are some areas of blindness or weakness that we need to evaluate as it relates to money and prosperity? Any wisdom shared is deeply appreciated. So again, those of you who are joining me, I will take your personal questions, but only after I'm done with the weekly reading. And again, if you can share this link far and wide, I feel that there are a couple of you who have like maybe close friends or family members like cousins who can resonate or who can rather connect with this reading. So don't be shy about sharing this link with as many people, okay? With as many people as you can. Money is not where a lot of us want it to be. It's just not. And that's okay. It's important to have hope that things are going to change because they will. do see that some of us, especially those of us who've been waiting for some sort of job offer or to hear back about some sort of money opportunity, before the week is over, we will get update or news about it, right? But it's really important this week that you lean into your hope and your faith, because it's through hope and faith that we have the clarity to take advantage of opportunities once they come to us. If we are moving from fear or suspicion, we won't be able to take advantage of the blessings that we've been praying for and asking for. So this is a time where it's really important to not lose faith. Even if you've had a recent upset, even if you had some sort of recent letdown, keep your faith, because the tide is going to turn for you. But now is not the time to be so concerned about the flow of money that you restrict yourself, that you make miserly-like decisions, because that fear and that restriction can make it so that you don't see the path ahead. Things are going to change, but you have to be willing to change them. For some of you guys, there's some sort of collaboration or partnership that you need to walk away from and leave behind you, or there's some sort of habit that you've been engaging in that you need to release. Whatever the thing is you need to release it with the understanding that releasing it is going to bring you better as you move forward. You need to move differently to get differently. Some of you guys have been thinking, okay, if I just sit on my money and if I'm miserly and if I penny pinch, I'm going to be good. But that penny pinching energy is honestly part of what is bringing restriction into your life. Rather than penny pinching, let go of those behaviors. Move forward. Walk away from the thing that you know is fucking up your energy as well as your money, okay? What you've been doing with this particular person, place, thing, or dynamic is that you've been tunnel visioning, and you are convincing yourself, if I just hyperfixate on the goal, whatever the shared goal is, if I just hyperfixate on it and I tunnel vision, I will be okay. The problem with that is twofold. You have treated yourself as though it is okay for you to be collateral damage in somebody else's goal execution. And in you treating yourself that way, that other person has you fucked up and has been treating you like collateral damage, because that is a deficit of the Knight of Swords. They can get so fixated on the goal that they don't care who they run over, they don't care who they mistreat, they don't care who they leave behind. And some of you guys were fool enough to think that the person you were sacrificing was gonna not do this to you. No, they're not. Everybody can get it. Everybody is disposable to a Knight of Swords energy. That's why Knight of Swords can either be the greatest warrior or the most reckless warrior. And right now, you have married yourself and attached yourself to a reckless warrior, or you may be the reckless warrior. So what you need to teach yourself to do is have some personal discipline, have some strength through your vulnerability, and also have some strength through your ability to have hope, trust, and faith. People think that faithful people are weak. That's one of the worst mistakes you can make. Assuming that a person of faith is weak or somebody you can get over on is one of the worst mistakes. I just wrote this earlier as a Facebook status earlier this week. The worst thing you can do is assume that somebody who doesn't want to fight can't fight. And a lot of you guys are doing that not with other people, but with yourself. That's why hope and faith is coming up. Something is going on that's really fucked up with you guys' understanding of how money relates to you or your ability to attract money. And that is what is causing that hyperfixation on this Knight of Swords. Okay? Stop doing that. Trust yourself. Lean into your own inner strength. You've pulled yourself out of difficult circumstances before. That is honestly what is going to open up these new streams of income for you. Doing things the same way over and over again and expecting new results is the definition of insanity. And some of you guys have been doing the same things over and over again. You've been trusting people who are selfish and who will throw you under the feet of the horse as soon as it's convenient to them. You have been pinching your pennies, thinking that's going to sprout new money, and it's not. It's really not. So the hope and the faith is what's actually going to help you manifest these new opportunities that you've been longing for, okay? That is the money reading for the week. Let's wrap up with our health and wellness reading, and then I'll go ahead and take a few questions from the audience, okay? Ancestors, angels, and ancestors, walk with me, my ancestors, What wisdom do you have to give the collective at this time about their physical, mental, and spiritual wellness? What habits do we need to release, incorporate, or continue in order to have an experience of a balanced mind, body, and soul? What will we learn about our mind, body, and spirit as it relates to our holistic health over these next 7 days? Any wisdom shared is deeply appreciated. Hey, Aja, would you mind going into our Discord and letting people know that I'm live? That would be really helpful and appreciated for me. I know that I'm not going live from as many channels as I used to, but even with only doing the one channel, I'm still used to having more views than this. So if we can get as many people into the room as possible, that would be deeply and greatly appreciated. There's something that you are hyperfixating on, and that inability to leave this thought alone is causing you a lot of sadness and depression. That refusal to stop thinking about this is not helping you. So this is the week where you are really being called to have transformation, to let these things go. This message came up slightly in the money reading, but it's coming up really strong in the health and wellness reading. Somebody stole your swords. Somebody stole your joy. You've had an experience in the last few weeks that you feel like, my ice maker loud as hell. You've had some experiences that have made you feel like somebody got over on you, right? You were moving in a way that you thought you were a good war strategist, and somebody did some shit that made it very, very clear that the way you thought about this war was not helpful. So this is a time for you to really recuperate, heal, and re-strategize, okay? This week, if it's not about your home, your personal business, your joy and your comfort, you don't have space for it. You just don't. You are being given permission this week to be the King of Swords. That is how you protect your health this week. King of Swords, everybody can't get to him. He is literally on his throne at the top of his icy mountain, and he's fine with it. He is very much a quality over quantity type person. So he's fine being alone with his thoughts. He is fine with being able to have the time to really invest into his way of doing things. And he also just doesn't suffer fools easily, right? So I think a lot of us do this thing where when people exhibit bad behavior, we'll make excuses for them. We think because we can justify it intellectually, that means we have to accept the bad behavior, right? It's a very Page of Swords way of engaging with things. King of Swords don't do that shit. King of Swords will stop fucking with their own mama if their mama wants some bullshit. They'll be like, okay, mama, I love you. I'll talk to you next year when you have it together. And this is the energy that we need to be on this week. We need to be quality over quantity. We need to be not suffering fools easily. And we need to not be giving our energy to people who are actively trying to steal our peace and joy, trying to steal our swords, trying to bring confusion into our life so that they can energy vampire us. You guys have been fucked over by energy vampire within the last month. And the hurt and the embarrassment from that situation is making it hard for you to move forward. But here's the thing. Everybody else ain't stunting that shit. You're the only one that's keeping yourself in that cycle of pain. When Five of Cups is in reverse, it's saying like, bitch, you really got to get over it. Like the cup spilled, the milk spilled, oh well. Are you going to continue to cry over it, or are you going to let it go? And it's time to really, really let it go. In letting it go, you experience a personal transformation. In letting it go and leaning into that King of Swords where you are comfortable and fine with having a small, tight circle that understands you, as opposed to a whole kingdom of people around you trying to work you over and bring confusion into your life. That transforms something in you. It really allows you to leave behind something that was slowly killing you through stressing you out. Do you understand the health message in this reading? What you are experiencing as a loss or a deficit is actually something that is going to really help you in terms of managing your stress levels. This thing that you are putting this whole emotional weight over that you need to walk the fuck away from, you need to clear your path of, is actually going to clear a lot of emotional space for you to focus on the things that bring you joy, as opposed to the things that are draining your energy and stealing from you while gaslighting you. Okay? That is the health reading for this week. I hope that these general readings were helpful for you all. Now is where I pause and I take questions from the audience, okay? So as you guys are typing out your questions for me to answer this week, I'll go ahead and give you updates about some of the things that I'm working on and offering. We do have another round of my Rich Spirit Prosperity Ritual that takes place the first week of September. So you have about a month and a half to sign up for it. Rich Spirit has helped people in terms of removing financial blockages from their life. It is really giving them clarity about how to change their relationship with money, how to change and remove their blockages. And it's also manifested some progress with some really big goals for people. I've had people buy houses. I've had people close on office spaces for their businesses. I've had people get funding for their businesses. I've had people have debt removed, promotions, anything. So if you are dealing with some sort of big financial blockage, or you have repetitive negative financial patterns, and you only have partial awareness of them, and you really want to have deep clarity so that you can release them, join the Rich Spirit Prosperity Ritual. The link to the WhatsApp group is below. That is where you can get more details about the ritual, as well as sign up for our September ritual, which takes place the second week of September, okay? In-person healing sessions have started. I did my first set on Friday. They were absolutely beautiful. They were transformational. I kept my thug together in front of the clients, but yes, on the Uber home, I did cry because I was just so blessed and so grateful to offer that healing to people. And I'm so excited about giving it to the rest of my community. So the in-person healing sessions are here in Atlanta. Yes, I will be traveling through the country and over the next year. And when I travel, I will be offering them in different spaces, but they're always available in Atlanta. You just need to give me 1 week's advance notice. And you can book those at my website, soleconjureshop.com. Okay. What else? Ancestral Life Path readings are still on sale. That link has not been updated. So if you want to get an Ancestral Life Path reading from me, you can link. But all my services are open. My dream interpretations, my regular general divinations. If you want to buy a custom hoodoo amulet from me, you can put all that. soleconjureshop.com. Okay. I see that we only have one question. If anyone else has questions, type them out in the comments. We're going to go ahead and start with Drina, and then I'll go into other people if they have any questions for me. But Drina wants to know, with the sale of her business, there are 2 realtors that they're considering. Should we go with the lady or the man, or someone completely different? Great question. Let me go back to this one for this question. Ancestors, angels, and master spirits walk with me. Who should Drina go with for the sale of her business? Who should she trust? Of the 2 options should she have? Should she trust the masculine or the feminine? Or is it best for her to hold out and wait for someone else? Any wisdom shared is deeply appreciated. Oh, Bertal says I am glowing. That is really sweet. I feel like I've been hit by a truck, so I feel very exhausted. And I'm doing the forecast much later than I typically do, which could be part of the reason why there aren't a whole lot of viewers tonight. But I really wanted to make sure that I got it done on a Sunday because I'm behind on recordings and other things, and I don't want this to spill over into Monday. So I say all that to say thank you for the kind words, Bertal. If I'm glowing, I will accept that. But Mambo does not feel like she's glowing right now. Go with the masculine. Go with the man. The man he's deeply intuitive. He has very good instincts. He's good at following those instincts. He also loves the accolades from his clients. So I see him being somebody who's going to go above and beyond, not only to meet your needs, but just to make you happy. And that's important. That's further confirmed by the Sun card. He engages with his clients in a very baby gets what baby wants kind of energy, but he himself also just has a really good glowing reputation. Leos are known for their reputation. They're known for their charisma. And I see him being somebody who's going to be able to get the best for you. He's going to make sure that the sale happens quick. He wants to position you to have a positive future and a positive experience of this. And for him, you trusting him is really important. So I see, based off of these three cards, that you should go with the male realtor. Okay? All right. My Cash App and my PayPal are scrolling below. All the readings are free, even the general. So no one's obligated to give, but please know that love offerings are appreciated. So if you want to leave a love offering because you enjoyed the general message, or if you have a question and you want to just, give a little blessing, feel free to do so at my Cash App or at my PayPal. Good, Drina. Yeah, go with that feeling because I see him being very invested in making sure that he gets the best deal for you. Bertal says they still have blessings coming through from their participation in Rich Spirit from last year. I hear that a lot. I've had people sign up for Rich Spirit and say, hey, not even going to participate. I just wanted to give you a little blessing because I still am getting things from the first time I participated. So that happens. You can get blessings from Rich Spirit. In fact, I say that to everybody at the end of the ritual. Your blessings may come in a few days, a few weeks, a few months. Some people still have them trickle through even a year later. Is my artist friend that I met this week trustworthy to collaborate with? I got you, Tori. Let's see. Ancestors, angels, masters, spirits, walk with me. What can you tell me about this potential friend? That's too many. I was going to let that be the reading, but it's too many cards. Actually, let me switch decks because this one is getting a little wonky on me. We'll go to Quirky because I haven't used her in a while. Ancestors, angels, ascended masters, spirits to walk with me. What can you tell me about this potential artist friend that Tori has met? Are they a trustworthy person? And would it be within her best interest to collaborate with them? Any wisdom shared is deeply appreciated. I got you after Tori, Aja. And if there's anyone else that has a question, go ahead and type it out in the comments, okay? This serves to be a profitable connection. That profit is going to take a minute. You guys are going to have to invest in one another and also the relationship in order to see profit from it. But I do see any collaborations you do with this person being extremely profitable for you in the future. Trust that because it is profit that takes a while to manifest, but it's there. And this is a relationship that if you invest in it, will be really, really good for you for a while. This is somebody, you're not going to spend a ton of time with them, but the time that you do spend with them is going to bring up things that allow you to reflect over yourself in a new way. So even though this is a relationship and collaboration, this is somebody who's really detail oriented. They actually spend a lot of time by themselves as well. And because they are so detail oriented and they have such an awareness of self, that's going to really inspire you to really get to know yourself more deeply as well. But the biggest thing that I'm seeing about them is that they are very disciplined. Even though they are creative, they are very disciplined. That disciplined nature does open a lot of roads for them. And this is something that, so you don't necessarily struggle with discipline, but there are ways about how they are disciplined that you are going to learn a lot from. So I see this being a really good potential friendship. I do. I'm excited about this for you. Aja wants to know if she should concern herself with dating right now. Let's go to True Heart because that is my deck for love readings. I'm already mad that I lost those other decks because to lose like 5 decks is fucking heartbreaking. But I'm grateful that I still have True Heart because she's my love girl. She's good for matters of the heart. So let's see what she has to say. Ancestors, angels, masters, spirits, so walk with me, elevated ancestors. What does Aja need to know about love and relationship right now? Should she be concerned with dating at this time? Any wisdom shared is deeply appreciated. The other thing I forgot to mention at announcements is that I am still taking new students into Charm School. So if you are looking for a spiritual mentor, if you want to join a spiritual coven of other like-minded people who can hold you accountable and help you, I deeply believe in steel sharpening steel, and I've developed my coven with that understanding. So you won't only just learn from me. My girls are brilliant and they really pour into one another in amazing ways. So if you're looking for a spiritual community, consider joining Charm School. You may need to take a little bit of a break. I was hoping that this was not the message, I'm not going to lie. And here's the thing. You still lack a lot of clarity about what it is you want in your relationship. And so it's hard for you to be deliberate in your experiences right now, right? Also, I'm only saying this because the card is saying it. I'm not saying this based off of the conversations we've had. You've been hit with some pretty big decisions as it relates to romance. And these decisions feel heavier than what you would like to have to deal with, right? Because that's typically what Two of Swords in reverse means. It's like, I really can't handle this. I don't want to, right? So you got to spend some time really getting tapped into yourself. So for right now, sharing your energy with a whole bunch of people may not be the best thing because you really got to get clear about what it is you want so that you can start dictating and calling that in. This is the reason why the King of Swords is so successful. Their vision is very clear and they very rarely stray away from that vision. And for you, you're the type of person that in order to date successfully, you're going to have a big, not big, but you're going to have some really concrete non-negotiables so that you know to back away before you get too invested, okay? So Page of Pentacles, you have some big lessons to learn about dating, and you can only learn those through the process of dating, right? So I would say definitely take a little bit of time to get clear about what it is you want, but the heaviness of an experience or the heaviness of the decisions that you make shouldn't make you run from dating. They should make you take respite so that you can get clarity and you can be in your King of Swords energy. But you're only going to get to the experience you want from dating through the process of dating, through the apprenticeship of it. So I would say take a little bit of a pause and a respite so that you can get some clarity. But this is not a time to throw the baby out with the bathwater. This is not a time to stop dating completely. All right. I am going to assume that there are no more questions left. So this week's live is a little short, and that's okay. That's totally fine. I will be doing, oh, I forgot to put the link to that in the description, so I'm gonna have to add it later. But I am doing a divination drill practice or a divination lab on Wednesday. My divination lab on Wednesday is to teach people how to craft proper questions when they're divining for themselves. What I'm seeing, especially with a lot of people who are new in their tarot divination journey, is that sometimes you don't get clear answers because you're asking the wrong questions, right? If you are asking your spirits if you're authorized to do a working, you don't just stop at asking them if you're authorized. There are more questions you have to ask for clarity, right? So we're going to be talking about what that looks like on Wednesday, as well as doing some drills to strengthen that. If you are interested in joining, make sure you put a comment below, and I will make sure that I add the link to enroll into that in my comments section, okay? Other than that, I'll see you guys later in the week. I may try to drop in and do a little bit of a pop culture reading. I don't know. We'll see. But you will definitely see me next Sunday, okay? Everybody take care and enjoy your week. I will see you next time.